That's a fact. And no matter how unachievable that goal or dream might be, if you keep practicing and keep working towards it, one day you get very close.
Harder. Do it. Nobody cares. Train harder.
There's been some talk about possibly Joshua using Jake Paul as a tune-up to fight you. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know about tune-up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jake Paul is reportedly sharpening his skills with Tyson Fury as he gears up for the Anthony Joshua showdown. According to Fury, Jake is getting closer to his long-term ambitions, and this fight is a major milestone in that path. He believes Jake will push himself to the limit, calling the matchup a true 50-50 because Jake has evolved far beyond his YouTube beginnings and now fights with real purpose and intensity.
And even if you don't actually achieve the biggest target in your life, you might get close to it, so it's definitely worth pursuing. But someone who doesn't have goals and doesn't have a target.
Jake Paul is pushing himself harder than ever, insisting he's fully committed to becoming a world champion. His camp is all business, discipline, conditioning, and fixing every flaw. Jake believes the grind will pay off, and he's determined to show the world he's far more than a celebrity stepping into the ring.
Not be treated like I'm Jake Paul or a famous person. No, like they treat me like I'm trying to become a world champion, which is exactly the case.
Tyson Fury says Jake Paul genuinely has a shot at beating Anthony Joshua, pointing to the massive progress Jake has made. He argues that people should stop underestimating him, as Jake has turned into a disciplined, determined fighter capable of surprising even seasoned heavyweights.
Talk about possibly Joshua using Jake Paul as a tune-up to fight you. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know about tune-up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why so? What impresses you about Jake Paul?
I just think Jake Paul would knock AJ out. I think AJ's a spent force, and I think Jake Paul's on the rise. And I like his new heavyweight look.
Boxing has always been equal parts sport and business, and Barry Hearn drives that point home when discussing Anthony Joshua. The veteran promoter says Joshua should seriously entertain a fight with Jake Paul because, at its core, boxing runs on money. According to Hearn, the financial upside is simply too big to overlook. While some might question the competitiveness or credibility of the matchup, he argues that a payday of that magnitude matters in a fighter's career. For promoters, fighters, and even fans, the revenue potential of Joshua, Paul's showdown could exceed traditional expectations, making it impossible to dismiss on sporting logic alone.
Should fight Jake Paul. What's your view on that, Barry?
Money. Don't be silly. You know, I mean, you're mostly sensible, aren't you?
Mostly.
Of course, we're all purists at heart, but purism doesn't necessarily pay the bills, and boxing is a money business. And the day we don't accept that and then move on, we won't understand why certain things happen.
So if that fight's there next week and it's signable and they can do Joshua against Tyson Fury next year, take the Jake Paul fight in December, go and do it.
100.
Sports analyst Simon Jordan has weighed in on Jake Paul's unconventional climb in boxing, emphasizing just how unusual his path has been. Jordan notes that going from YouTube stardom to facing elite-level fighters is anything but normal in this sport. Traditionally, boxers earn their place through years of amateur experience and steadily tougher opponents, which is why many in the boxing world view Paul's rapid rise with doubt and criticism. Jake's fast-track route challenges the sport's long-standing system, raising concerns about respect for boxing, the level of competition he faces, and whether such a career model can truly last.
As a boxing purist, it doesn't sit well, but as a normal working class lad, I've been asked by builders, would you fight Jake Paul for £5 million? I never got £5 million for fighting anyone else in a fight, so it's the silliest question in the world. I've been retired 7 years, I'm still very confident. If you give me 3 weeks to get off the couch, I'll probably still beat him with one hand. It's not. Yeah. He's not a good fighter, so it's not even being disrespectful to him. As a YouTuber, as a presenter in what he does, he blows me out the water. That's his line of work. But you're stepping into boxing, another profession. Now, to call it like Canelo out, I think is disrespectful. To call Anthony Joshua out is lunacy, but we know why it's happening and why he does it.
Forget Jake Paul. Forget Jake
Paul. A lot of tickets.
Paul. I mean, Jake Paul's going to do what Jake Paul does. But Anthony Joshua, and with respect to you and what you did and didn't earn in your career, Anthony Joshua has earned a king's ransom.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to be fiddle with this, does he?
Yeah. No, he doesn't. But again, all I keep seeing from people out there is, when is enough enough? And I get that. But when you're retired at 33, 34, and you've got to make that last, now you've got more experience than me in this, dealing with a lot of footballers in the past as well, and business people who have to make a certain amount of budget last.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next one.